Good June Squad, guys. Today's video is a special one, guys. Today we are testing out some SEADOO products for this year, and I got my man Mike from SEADOO.
What's going on, June?
How you doing, boss?
It is a beautiful day. We are stoked to be out here riding with you today.
Guys, today Mike invited us to come out and check out the new FISHPRO 25 GTX Limited.
FISHPRO Apex.
Yeah, it's the FISHPRO, the FISHPRO Apex, people. But
a lot of similarities.
Yeah. And also you got the Switch Pro. Is that what it's called?
The Switch Fish.
The Switch Fish.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys got to keep it all the same. It's tongue tie and everything.
We're gonna go through everything, and it's gonna be super.
Yeah. So we're gonna go through everything. I'm gonna show you how this thing rides, how it performs compared to last year's model, and we're gonna go over a bunch of things. So. All right, Mike, so tell me, this beautiful machine, I know it's got a lot of new upgrades in it from last year.
Yep.
Can you tell me what we got going on?
Absolutely. Yeah, this is really the premium top tier fishing watercraft from SEADOO this year. So this is a limited edition. As of now, this is just going to be manufactured in a 2025 model. And it's going to come with a whole host of other premium features that take the great things about the rest of the FISHPRO line and make this just even a little more premium and special.
Nice.
So, you know, the first things, the super obvious things, is this is going to make, this watercraft's going to have features to extend your season, to make it easier for folks in colder climates to ride a little longer, fish a little longer.
Okay.
You know, so you've got the windscreen. That's a super obvious one. That's going to cut wind pressure and rider fatigue, right?
Okay.
So you can have longer days in colder weather. Travel bow rail is another nice thing, and again, that's a take very similar to the Explorer Pro. In a situation like this, just makes the watercraft even easier to handle.
Okay.
From the hardcore fishing perspective, one thing you just can't ignore is now a 9-inch Garmin Echo Map versus the 7-inch on the FISHPRO Trophy or the 6-inch on the Scout. So that's going to give you a bigger screen, more to see, hopefully more fish to see and catch. So we are also going to have the 7.8-inch multifunction display, so that's going to be the same as the other Trophy. But we have extendable handlebars now, so if you want to stand and ride on long days, you can pull the ride up.
Okay.
Pull the bars up, make it a little more comfortable, stretch out. And also those tilt as well, up and down. Our live well wash down, that's on the 13.5 gallon link cooler live well combo. The switch, as we know, is up here, which is relatively unchanged. You've got an on-off and then an intermittent mode to help extend your battery life, where it comes on and off intermittently. One of my favorite new options about this, and sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, is pop-up cleats.
Oh, those are awesome.
Yeah, so pop-up cleats, one on each side of the stern, will come standard on this model.
You don't know how much I hate having to tie it around the steering wheel.
Yeah, cleats, it comes from the world of traditional boating. Obviously, everyone's familiar with how to use them.
Yep.
And the fact that they retract and get out of your way on deck is also really nice. Again, we have the spacious, easy access, 25-gallon front storage here. I don't think there's a better storage solution in the market right now. It's really functional and easy to use for people.
The best storage on the market, man.
I agree.
I love that storage.
Yep, and because you've been on it so many times, but you said here you don't have to take your hands off the controls, you don't have to shut the unit down, and it's very easy just to get in and get what you need. This one's going to come with 7 rod holders now, right? So you can mount them anywhere you want on the link cooler. You've also got functional link mounts, link light mounts, I'm sorry, up front here. Comes with a cup holder as well, so you got your cup holder included. And really, I think at the end of the day, we've gone over a lot of the creature comforts, the features, but hey, let's talk about the big news.
What's that?
We got 300 horsepower in this machine.
Oh yes, that's my favorite.
Absolutely, and we wouldn't be telling the story of this machine without talking about that. So the fact here is, whereas the previous fish model stuck with a naturally aspirated, a 170, we're taking this up a whole nother step and a half. We're taking this to 300 horsepower, right? Nice. So it's obviously going to be a supercharged engine, and it's going to get you to those fishing spots much faster than you could with the other ones.
And it's a big difference. It's a night and day difference from last year's model, definitely.
Yeah, you just got done riding it. I know you're going to give your 2 cents on it here
yeah.
at some point, but it's a very quick machine. So, you know, you think about if you're in that serious fishing realm and you're going to do competitions, you know, with these fast competitions where it matters who gets to the spot first.
Yeah.
This is going to be a machine that those folks are going to want to consider for that reason as well. On top of that, it's just a lot of fun to ride.
And from what I was told, the Garmin is bigger too?
That's right.
From last year?
It's a 9-inch Garmin this year. So your typical FISHPRO trophy had a 7-inch Garmin EchoMap machine in it with transducer, of course. We brought that up to 9 inches. So the functionality is more or less the same on this, but it's much easier to see. Means more you see, the more fish you see.
Exactly.
And hopefully the more fish you catch.
Exactly. Now, I know a lot of people ask about this front windshield. How easy is it to come off?
It does come off. It's not something that you would want to take off a bunch of times during the day. It's more, hey, I got good weather, I'm going to take this off and ride without it today. So it's, again, yes, it does come off, but it's not a on the fly.
Exactly.
Type of thing.
A lot of people ask if it does come off or if it's easy to pull off too. But like you said, it's something that you'll want to do maybe at home in your garage if you decide not to want it on the water while you ride. So you can take it off really quick at home and store it away.
That's right. So yeah, June, and talking about premium and you know, top of the line special, we got a new color combination. It's called Shark Gray and Nori Green.
Okay.
And it's a matte finish. It's kind of got that light, again, premium. Think premium. It's got, you know, special badging throughout, made to differentiate itself. So if you want something just a little bit different, this is a great model. All right, June, so moving on what's new 2025 for SEADOO. So we've taken the most luxurious touring unit in our lineup, and we've, again, think premium, just like we talked about with the Apex there. We're taking it a couple steps further by adding new top-of-the-line features to these to make what was already a really popular, great platform even better and more exclusive. So what you're looking at here was our 2025 GTX Limited. So there's a couple things that really stand out right off the bat when you see this. The first thing is going to be the 10.25 inch color touchscreen display here, right? So that's basically taking an interface that already worked well and making it even easier for people to use. It's going to be, think of how your cell phone works, right? With a series of apps, all touchscreen. That's how this is going to be, right? So it's also going to be super easy for you to click through everything from engine function, you know, typical speedometer, tach, compass, to your media management. It's going to be obviously Bluetooth integrated to play all your favorite tunes to the premium audio system. And then right down to navigation. So obviously BRP Go app integrated. So you're going to be able to use detailed charts. You're going to be able to follow other riders and friends, plan your routes, and navigate with confidence. Depending on where you're trying to go, you can know where you're going. Other big news here, this is a performance machine. So we have taken this from the previous year's GTX Limited with 300 and put in the 325 horsepower engine that you found last year in the RX-PX and RX-TX. So, and for those that don't know, the engine's not simply a 300 with a new supercharger. That engine's been completely remade and gone through. It's still the Rotax 1630 3-cylinder, but now you've got forged rocker arms, coated pistons, and increased intake size, a new ECM, and a supercharger with a planetary gear system that's going to spool up to nearly 100,000 RPM. Right, so that's going to take you 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds on the performance model. So you're going to get very similar performance numbers on this. Again, very quick. But what we like to tell people, you know, you think if James Bond was to own a watercraft, it would probably be this, because he's going everywhere in style. It is posh, luxury all the way, but top of the line performance every time. So think of that, comfort with performance. So just to move on and show you a couple of the other features, as you know, again, you know, we are on an ST3 hull, so we're going to have that 25-gallon easy access storage there. 100-watt BRP audio system. Another neat feature, just like the Apex that's brought over. So these are the only two models they're going to have that this year, is the pop-up stern cleats, right? Super useful. Boarding ladders there. IDF is going to obviously be there because we've basically left nothing out of this model. Ergo-lock seat, super comfortable for rider and passenger. And then obviously you can see some of the controls have changed a little bit. So this is going to be the only watercraft you're going to see with this control setup. It's been specially engineered to work directly with this new gauge, new multifunction display. So, you know, from VTS and clicking through your different apps and functions on there, start and stop obviously doesn't change, and then you've got thumb operated audio control over here, your cruise control. So a lot of the same functions, but easier to use. So think more user friendly. This is really a model for comfort, luxury, but also a high performance foundation underneath of it.
And they come all, this year's color is, see, is it a turquoise?
This is what we call teal metallic.
Okay.
Okay, and we also have our pearl white that's going to be offered in the GTX
nice.
Limited. Yep.
Will you guys ever make a black one? all black. So we want all black, all black.
Never say never. Yeah. All right, June. So moving on, the third really exciting product that we have out here today to ride is the Switch Fish. So this is taking everything about the Switch that made it so popular. Its versatility, the adaptability, accessibility, you know, the fact that you could move everything in this boat in a moment's notice to match the day. And we're giving you even more possibilities by introducing a series of fishing features that are not only functional, but very capable for serious anglers. First off, it's going to come with 2 pedestal fishing seats. They have the exact same mechanism, our tile floor system, to let you move them around, rotate them, put them really wherever you care to put them, and lock them back in just like the rest of the Switch seats. So ultimate versatility there is really nice. Talking about versatility, it's going to come with 4 rod holders that use our link rail system, so you can take those on and off, move them anywhere on the boat, push them in, point them in any direction that makes sense depending on your fishing day. Also lockable vertical rod storage, right? So we're gonna be able to pull these up to take the rods out. If you're going in for lunch or to pick up some bait, simply close it, put a padlock on there, and that'll secure your rods for the day. We now have an 18-gallon live well cooler combination. So this is gonna have the same functionality as any other bait well on a conventional fishing boat, with the added benefit of, similar to our trophy models, is you can disconnect in a moment's notice and use this as a washdown.
Nice.
Right? So again, really functional. And then another piece of this that is probably the most noticeable is the fact that we've added on a Garmin Kraken trolling motor. This is a trolling motor, 80 pounds of thrust, a 57-inch shaft. It's a 24-volt unit, so it's going to come standard with 2 lead-acid batteries. It's going to come standard with a charging system that can charge lead-acid, AGM batteries, or lithium-ion if you choose to upgrade that way. There's your charger right there. And it comes off really easily. I'll show you that in a minute, but it's just a matter of disconnecting a couple wires. It pops up and stows really smartly up underneath that seat there. I'll show you that in a second. In addition, Garmin, again, so we're going to have 7-inch Echo Map, 2 of them on this boat. You're going to have a bow-facing one with the transducer mounted on the bottom of the trolling motor. And then in addition, you'll also have your standard 7-inch at the helm, right? So, and what's neat about this is they can wirelessly connect and talk to each other. So you can share both screens, because this is reading off an in-hull transducer, and you can have both views at the same time on either machine. So really slick, a lot of technology there. Obviously the colorway has been updated for this. Is a wilderness green is what we call it, and it's going to fit a little more into the outdoor segment there. But yeah, in addition to that, one feature I really like is the fact that the sides have become more clear. So we've removed some of the patterning on the sides, which is great because it enhances your visibility. You know, switches have always been a little easier to dock because you can see through. Now when you're fishing and you got baits and lines moving around, it's even easier to see what's around you.
Nice.
And then, you know, last but not least, another really big thing for people is to make fishing even easier on this boat, we now have all 4 of our corner doors are going to open, right? So every single one of them, the 2 front and the 2 back, open. In the back, you can open them out, walk out onto the swim platform for additional fishing area. And again, it makes the boat just even easier to use. So thinking about the fact that this can be converted really in a moment's notice from a boat that's with some serious fishing features, they can very easily be converted trolling motor stows. You put your accessories away, and this can be a family cruiser the exact same morning. Right? So that's the beauty. It's, again, it's like I started out by saying, you're taking the versatility that made the Switch so unique and so groundbreaking for new boaters and old boaters alike, and you're adding even more flexibility and adaptability for people.
I know a lot of people are going to ask me, especially me. I want to know because I am a Switch owner myself, and I have a older model. Now, for everybody that is wondering, what is accessible that I can actually fit on another Switch, older model Switch?
That's a great question, June. And that is the idea, like I said, about flexibility and adaptability. So, some of the easiest converting pieces is the rod holders, right? They go on a standard Switch rail. So you can take these regardless of the age or the model of Switch you may already own. You can take these rod holders and make yours more of a fishing vessel as well. In addition to that, the locking vertical rod storage, same thing, integrates with the Switch rail and can be put on any other model. So yeah, and last but not least, probably the most exciting transferable accessory for folks is the pedestal seats, right? So these use the same modular tile floor system as every other Switch. So anywhere where you have those 4 indented circle lines, you can move this seat in any direction, forward facing, side to side, or rear facing, and move it anywhere around in the boat, and that'll work on other Switches as well.